Ben French joined the Ag Economic Department in 1959, having been hired away from Michigan State. He served as vice chair of the combined Berkeley-Davis Department in 1960 to 1966 and chair at Davis 1976 to 1981.
Well, when I got here, we had a vice chairman at Davis and a chair at Berkeley. The vice chairman was named Jim Tinley, and the chair was George Marin. And George and Jim had a little falling out, and so Jim resigned as vice chairman, and I was asked to serve as vice chairman of the department after being here about a year.
Okay.
It turned out to be outstanding. You know, Hal Carter, Gordon King, Jerry Dean, Steve Sosnick, Herb Snyder, the ones I think of.
Chet McCorkle.
Chet McCorkle, yeah. Well, Chet went on to bigger and better things, but.
Yeah. Okay, so you became vice chairman of the Joint Department in 1960 then, basically. Yeah. Okay. Now, by the time I came on the scene, which is a few years later, the departments were splitting. So can you talk a bit about what's going on at Davis? Because there was a lot of this happening. College of Agriculture had been a statewide organization, now was being divided between Berkeley and Davis, and I presume the split in Ag Econ was part of that process. What was happening at that time?
Well, I put it another way. There was a change in the chairmanship at Berkeley, and Loy Samet became chairman of the department, who was a close friend of mine. And we saw eye to eye on things, and he was agreeable that things should be split. But before we actually did any splitting, we also split our PhD program. And in 1964, we established our own PhD program. The years prior to that, Davis faculty had participated in the Berkeley PhD program. Some Davis faculty members taught, particularly in production economics at Berkeley. And then the rest of us often worked with students on their dissertations. So there was this connection, but we kind of wanted to have our own program, and so we were able in 1964, with the help of a lot of people, to establish the PhD program at Davis.
Okay, and then the split of the department came 2 years later, as I understand.
In 1965, we started this in late 1965, and the department was split, as you correctly point out to me. Tomatoes was used to evaluate the impact of farm mechanization. At one time there was a big fuss about that.
Yes.
And so our model provided some interesting ways of calculating.
Okay. Then you come back after 10 years of all of this exciting research and take up the reign as department chair again in 1976. What motivated that?
Well, I guess my friend's twisting my arm. But I hadn't intended to become chair again, but I finally agreed, I think because I wanted to see what I could do if I had the full responsibility, as against being the vice chair that I was for so many years before. So that was a factor that led me into that.
How was the department different in 76 than it was when you left in 66?
Well, the department had really developed, and we were very fortunate to have hired a bunch of very good young people. And these people had been publishing, and our PhD program was flourishing. And by the late 70s, a couple of surveys ranked the Davis Ag Econ department among the top 5 in the country, which I thought was very satisfying. One reason was that we had a running start when we separated, and we separated our own PhD programs, because we had had experience already with Berkeley, and we knew how to run a department, we knew how to run a PhD program, and we had so many young people that went on to do really great things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and how about at the undergraduate level? I think this is a time when undergraduate enrollment must have been growing very rapidly also.
Well, the first few years, Well, you can't help but be impressed with the growth and all the kinds of new facilities and that we have on the campus, the town itself. Most of these things I think have been pretty good. We lost something, which was probably inevitable in the size of classes we've had in our interactions with students. When I first came here, I would know almost all of our undergraduate majors. I'd always know the graduate students. But when you get as many as 200 students in a class and 500, 600 majors, there's no way that you can get to know all of them. You get to know some of the very best, and you get to know some of the very worst.
Mm-hmm.
But the bulk of them you don't know. That would be one of the things that would concern me.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I think we're moving, well, towards inevitably being a top-notch university.
Mm-hmm. Now, at the same time, California agriculture has changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And what reflections do you have on that?
Well, it's more and more of a water problem, and it's more and more a big business. But it's been pretty much. We've changed the commodities a bit. We've changed the locations where we grow.
Any other general comments about campus, university, industry?
I think it's a great place. When my wife essentially forced me to come back to Davis, it was one of the best things that ever happened to me.